I think there's a lot of people that have a lot to learn with sales. Number one is just love what you do and really love what you're selling. Believe in the value of what you're selling. If you don't understand or you don't believe in the value of what you're selling, don't even try to sell it, because that compromise you're making with your own integrity is going to eat you alive. You know, I have a good friend who sold timeshares. He does very well, and I think he's claiming like $400 a year for his family from timeshare sales alone. And actually interviewed him. And
what's his first name?
Ian, Jamaican guy, Ian Davidson. He's out of Orlando.
I think I might have met him.
So I know for 5 years or so of his life, he was really depressed all the time. Like he makes good money. He provides in a way. I mean, they have a bunch of rental properties. He's diversified. He's doing really well for himself. And it's all because he's such a good salesman. But it was eating him alive, the specific product that he was selling. He didn't believe in it. And he knew that he was using manipulation tactics to manipulate his way into sales. He was effective at it, but he just, at the end of the day, you feel dirty. You know, you feel like...
That's why types, right? So for me, you know, there was like, for example, I had people that had money, right? 60 years old, had never been anywhere, never done anything. Wife wants to go to Italy, wants to go to all these places. He's never taken. You're 60 years old. How many more years you got left, man? And I remember my sales rep had this one particular table, and this guy was being an asshole. He was a driver, right? The client wants to control the whole time, the process, everything, right? You know? And he's got nothing on the table. I could tell by body language. I was like, you have nothing there. He's like, he won't budge. He doesn't want to buy it. And he just bought a Corvette and all this bullshit, right? But see, those details were crucial. Right? That Corvette, when he told me he bought a Corvette, I was like, why is he telling me he's not buying? He says it doesn't make financial sense. So I walk in there, closer, fucking cleaner, it really is what the fuck I was. I was an atomic bomb on a fucking table, bro. I swear to God, I'll tell you some of my closes, bro, you'll fucking die laughing, bro. So I go in there and I said, we go over. I was like, why are you not buying this? And I made him say, he's like, this doesn't make financial sense. I said, Mike was telling me you just bought a Corvette. He's like, yeah, it's yellow. I said, but why didn't you buy a Hyundai? That makes more financial sense. He's like, well, I like them and this and that and that. And I said, Mr. Smith, why did you buy the Corvette? He's like, I told you, I like it. Me and my wife. I said, your wife wants to go to Italy. Your wife's been waiting for 60 years. You still haven't taken her. My product takes her to Italy. Your Corvette ain't going to Italy. I said, why did you buy the Corvette, Mr. Smith? It was like a scene from fucking with Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson. You know, when he's beating him up on the stand. You know, I want to chew. Like, it was like that type of energy, right? I built it up on purpose. See, that's the difference between being a salesperson and a closer, right? There's different levels to the shit. He goes, I told you. I said, sir, I'm going to tell you why you bought that yellow Corvette. He's like, why? I said, you bought that yellow Corvette. So when you're at the stoplight and some young fucking punk looks at you and your wife and he thinks your life's finished, you rev that fucking engine, and when that light turns green, you take off with your woman next to you. And you let that little young fucking punk know that you still got life left, that you're not done living yet. That's why you bought the fucking Corvette. But this Corvette's not going to take her. She deserves her version of that, sir. And you're denying her moment to do that with life. And even if this costs more, even if this timeshare costs more than you booking the hotels on your own, you haven't done it, sir.
Stone cold killer.
We can all go to the gym, but why do we hire trainers? Because we're not doing it on our own. And if my product makes you take this woman to the places she's always dreamed of going to, when you're on your deathbed one day, do you think you're going to be like this? I should have switched our car insurance to Geico. You're not going to be worried about that. You're going to say, I wish I used every last dollar I had to make her happy, give her that better.
Damn.
But what do you want to use for your deposit? American Express, I said Visa or Master. He goes, do you take Amex? I said, yes, we do, sir.
Pretty hard to get out of that one, ain't it?
So my rep looked at me like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I said, asshole. They tell you how to sell them.
Listen.
They tell you what their problem is. Now, if the product you have doesn't match their needs or whatever, let them go. But every client will tell you what and how to.
You got to see the fit too. Always be thinking like, how is my product relevant to their specific situation?
Where's the fucking angle? Where's the pit? How am I going to peg this?
And how do I make them feel something about missing out on that?
You know, if you're selling Owens Corning and Gaff and the client's telling you, I want only Owens Corning, don't fucking waste your time on showing Gaff.
Exactly. A lot of people get that one wrong. They sit there and try to convince the client why they need.
And then if you're against a platinum installer and you're not, how are you going to overcome that? So that it's so simple in essence, but so many people are in denial. It's you, bro. You're not closing. It's you.
That's it.
It's you. Because you know how I pitch against a platinum? Mr. Smith, platinum guys, they have thousands of trucks. You're just another number. Okay? This is my life. This is Jimmy John Construction. This is me and my dad, my uncle. It's us. You're not just another number. We're going to be here. We're going to fucking, you know, it's what they're telling you. You're going to realize, okay, that's my objection. That's my objection. You should be formulating that plan inside your brain already of how you're going to overcome it. And you should already know what your response is going to be. You already know what your competition is.
That's right.
So all of you, whatever industry you're in, if you're not closing, and clearly other people are, you are a fucking loser. But the good news is you don't have to be the rest of your life. You decide when you're ready. How much time you're spending watching TV. I used to sit after work every fucking day for hours pitching with my coworker. There was 30 people in our class. When 60 days were gone, it was just me and him left standing. But guess what we were doing every day afterward?
Rehearsing, practice.
The first step was just to survive. The second step was to get to the top of that fucking wheel, which was manipulated. Which I was getting every tour from fucking Bangladesh to Pakistan to fucking you name it. While everyone else was getting Beverly Hills and Miami and people with money. And they thought that that's how they were going to get rid of me. But I outsold all those motherfuckers. If you're watching, hey, how you doing? How you doing? So that's
you close the Bangladeshis at a higher rate than